Hello, fellow viewers. This is the Automotive Wookie once again, and here with another Wookie Live. I'm here in Arizona for a NASCAR race, and I figured I'd give old Turo a try out. And of course, I found probably one of the cheapest, quirkiest cars on Turo. For those who don't know, Turo is a online app similar to Airbnb, but for cars, so you can rent people's cars. It's usually pretty cheap, usually cheaper, and a lot better variety than trying to go through one of the big box rental places. Of course, you're not going to find a Honda Element in Enterprise or Avis. This is a 2009 Honda Element. I rented this car for 3 days for just under $70, so pretty good deal. My co-workers rented the Mustang for about the same price. So overall, I'm really enjoying the app. But here for a Wookie Live walk around. So let's look into what a Honda Element is real quick. The Honda Element was introduced in 2001, 2002, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Refer to the upcoming review of this car for actual facts. I'm just working off the cusp of my head right now. But this was advertised as an SUV and slotted in behind the slightly larger, more traditional SUV like CR-V. This honestly was probably one of the first subcompact crossovers as we know them today. It is this was probably one of the first vehicles that was advertised as an outdoorsy vehicle without being a full-blown off-roader. It was available with all-wheel drive, but it's based on, I believe, the Civic chassis, and got your little four-cylinder end, front-wheel drive based. This is a two-wheel drive model. They did make all-wheel drive models of these, but these were specifically designed for the outdoorsy types, so you can load all your gear in the back, probably put a bike rack on the back. They're really easy to clean on the inside. We'll get to that in a little bit as we walk around right here. But they were notable for being quirky, little square boxes, and they sold really well for quite a while. I do believe they were discontinued 2013, 2014, I believe. They were eventually replaced with, in Honda's lineup, with the HR-V, which is more of a traditional raised hatchback crossover than what this is. I like this a little better than what the HR-V is, because this is actually something very unique. The first thing that comes to mind is the Jeep Renegade I drove recently. Basically the same idea without all the rugged off-roadness of the Renegade, but that was a front-wheel drive model too. It had a 6-speed manual in it, but I believe that the Element is a better vehicle for the quirky subcompact crossover especially with its older age. I actually kind of like the Element a little better than the Jeep. The Jeep goes out of its way to remind you it's a Jeep heritage and all that. This doesn't. This is a pretty utilitarian vehicle, and for the purpose of an outdoorsy type. And I've got a good little location right now. I'm at the Estrella Mountain Community Park, which is a park outside to the southwest of Phoenix. Actually just down the road from Phoenix International Raceway in Avondale. And I figured this would be a good little location to film it. Let's go look inside real quick. One thing about Phoenix is that, get ready to deal with flies. I've already been sitting here for 5 minutes, and if we look inside, what was notable about the Element, and one of their big selling points early on, if I try to avoid the glare here, is that they didn't have traditional carpet. They had a rubber mat lining the bottom, and so the idea was an easy clean. You get your boots all dirty and stuff like that. This whole mat right here, it's usually seen better days, but you pull this old mat right here, hose it down. Supposedly you could hose down the interior, but it's not really recommended. Excuse me, kind of recovering from a cold, but that was the basic idea. Their design philosophy for this vehicle was that you're going to be outdoors all the time, getting dirty, so make it as easy as possible to clean your vehicle. And as you can see, kind of a basic little vehicle, as I got my shadow in the way now. But see, nice little shelf in both the front doors, so you can put maps and books and stuff like that inside, in the side here. Pretty basic interior design. Not too many buttons. It's pretty Honda. It's pretty traditional Honda. My little trail guide. Everything you need, nothing you don't really need, and with some cute little design features here and there. So we look up at the airbag warning real quick. Really big rear view mirror. Like, if you actually look at it, as get me in view, but it shows out the little side windows there. So it's actually, I think it helps a little bit with the blind spots, because this vehicle does have quite a few blind spots. If we look over the shoulder, and you can't really see by that seat post there. So really huge mirror. I don't know if this is aftermarket or not, but actually, yeah, it is. It's a, I didn't look at this closer, but it is a addition over the factory mirror. And then, not one, not two, but 3 sunglasses holders. So you and 3 of your buddies could go ahead and put your sunglasses away while in the car. Over here, I thought this was a little neat. You got your auxiliary port and your, get my hairy arm out of the way, your charger port right there. That seems to be the only one in the front. There is one in the back though, in the very far back though. Open up the glove box. Got this little quick owner's manual. Get little need to knows if you don't feel like going through this thing right here, the actual owner's manual. So I struggled to get this thing out of here. Warranty information, service history information, customer service information, and then the actual owner's manual. That seems paperwork. First of this paperwork I don't need to show, but look in the owner's manual. Look, protecting your CD disc. Handling the disc on the edges. Never touch either surface. Do not place stabilizer rings or labels on disc. These, along with contamination from fingerprints, liquids, and felt tip pens, can cause the disc to not play properly or possibly jam in the drive. As you all know, getting a CD stuck in the CD player is not a good day. The owner's added a little magnetic mount for his phone. So, but other than that, it's factory. It's got a little MP3 section, auxiliary. XM satellite radio, does not now. This is a 2009. This is like the owner's like 6th vehicle, so this is why this is. He's got it available on Turo. figured he's got this extra car sitting here in really good shape. Why not use it to make a little bit of money? So I put the owner's manual back in his little hidey hole, and see that little shelf on the door. These are good little pockets. The dash is actually quite spacious, as you can see right there. I did find this was kind of neat, is that this kind of has a theme right here, like all the vents and stuff like this. They look like barons. You look at the two giant vents on the other side, and then your little HVAC controls down here. It looks like a baron, so kind of looks like a baron race. This is my thought of this. That's pretty much the front seats. Just pop the hood real quick. Oh, a little change pocket right there. There it is right there. Look at the little famous on 4-cylinder. 2.4 liter, there we go. Engine, available by VTEC. Transmission right here. And there's your rack and pinion, or steering rack back there. Quite a fun little engine. I do like this engine over the little turbo 4 that's in the Jeep Renegade. That had a lot of turbo lag. This does not. It's your patented VTEC. It's power delivery is almost instantaneous, and so on and so on. Well, the Renegade, get this close, felt kind of the Renegade felt kind of sluggish. This does not. Excuse me again. You look back here, and for those who don't know, this has 4 doors, like a Hyundai Veloster. It's got these clamshell, or a Saturn Ion Coupe. It's got these clamshell doors in the back, and I'll climb in the back here. Fit my 6'3" frame. Not a lot of headroom, as you look at me, my head stuck across out the door. These seats are fairly uncomfortable. They are flat. There's no bolstering at all, and yeah, it is not comfortable. I would not ride back here long distances. I think the Renegade did have a better back seats. Now, the center console here opens like that. Has a fairly decent amount of room right there, but the cool part is it comes out, so you can use it like a cooler. So put your drinks and your lunch in there and be on your way, go camping, go on a hike, as I may do earlier, as I close the back door. One thing I didn't notice about the Element, is that the doors make a real solid closing sound, so I thought that was pretty neat. Side curtain airbags back here, as we try to get there we go. The rear windows do not fold down. They pop out like a minivan. Obviously, with these tiny little doors, you can't really get them to go down, so that was their solution. And you got 2 cup holders back here, but as you can see, a bigger individual like me, it's probably not a good idea to put a drink in there, or a big drink like that, like my drink from QT. So, but they are there, and they got these little rubber tabs to try to help keep it from the drink from bouncing around. Probably water bottles would be the only thing I would dare put in these cup holders. As we slide out here, look at the back, and because of clamshell doors, you can only open the doors. And one little detail I did notice right here is that these hinges are exposed. big old hinge. And listen to that clunk. That had a very solid sound. Look at the rear of the Element as I got the sun directly behind me. And continuing our theme of an outdoorsy vehicle, you got the half hatch. Kind of the, basically, you got your little pull out. The bottom half of, or bottom section of the hatch folds down flat, so you got a nice little section to sit on. More, I try to stay out of there. The mat, once again, back here says Element. Let me see my bag, my lunch in the side right there. There's some metal tie downs back here, so you can tie something down back here. I've not seen, I believe, I'll have to look it up. I haven't really attempted to, but these seats do fold flat, and it looks like these little trays fold down on the side, so when I do the full review, I will get that filmed. And if you look under here, is your spare tire. Yeah, his there's little trays kind of falling apart there. And then those are like so. And then you got your little roof rack, so you can put your bikes or canoes or kayaks up there. And that is the 2009 Honda Element. Oh, and one more feature is that you can see the corner panels are split back here. The original ones came with, these are plastic. The original ones, this was all black. And like many vehicles of the early 2000s, what also comes to mind is the Chevy Avalanche and the Pontiac Aztec. Like the Aztec and the Avalanche, people complained about all the amount of plastic right here. So like the Aztec, Honda eventually started offering these sections painted to match the actual metal. But yeah, as you can see, as after 9 years, the black plastic kind of fades, becomes kind of a gray, so it doesn't look too good after multiple years in the sun. And so that was kind of their remedy. Overall, quirky little vehicle, and I'm gonna go for a drive and get ready to film it. That is the 2009 Honda Element. You will see a review on this car in the next month or two as I say goodbye and get ready to drive this around the Australia Mountain Community Park.